What's up? It's your boy Miguel, and I'm here with the amazing, the prolific, the man that defies gravity himself, Austin. I do handstands done.
That's right. What's up, guys?
At first, me and Austin didn't actually know each other. Now we've become pretty good friends, and we've become business partners over the course of a couple of months, and we've made some pretty amazing things happen that I feel can benefit you. So I would like you to take a very big listen into what my man Austin is about to say, and you may want to take notes, anything like that, and we're just going to get into it. All right, why don't you just tell them a little bit about yourself, like what it is that you do and what the goal is behind basically the platform that you're building for yourself at the time.
Got it. So my name is Austin Dunn, like you just said. I'm a fitness-based YouTuber. I mostly do calisthenics style training, and I do vlogs, different tutorials, stuff like that on YouTube. I've been doing that for 2.5 years now, and over the course of those 2.5 to 3 years, I built quite a decent following on YouTube. Now, before Miguel came in the picture, I realized that I could monetize off my following, but I was kind of confused on how to do it. I knew everybody was making workout programs and stuff like that, so that just came to my idea. I was like, okay, a lot of people are asking me for workout programs, stuff like that. So I just thought upon myself to come out with a workout program called the Bodyweight Bodybuilder. I sell it for like $60 just one time, stuff like that.
So you basically just like saw, so you started growing a following on YouTube, and then you saw, you like found that you can make money off of that type of deal.
Yeah.
And then you saw other people making courses, and you're like, oh, I can do that. And you just like chucked one up, and then like a little bit of money started to roll in. Right?
Yeah. I put effort into the course still, but I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. I pretty much just chucked one up and hope for the best.
It still did like pretty decent, though, right?
Yeah.
What was the top day that you said that you had?
So the most selling in regards to profit or revenue of the course that I had was $13,000, just off that single course, just driving traffic just off YouTube.
In a single day?
No, in a single, that was a month.
Oh, that was a month. Okay, $13,000 a month. All right, what about a day?
A day, I think $600.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. A lot of people would love to have $600 in one day, let alone $13,000 in a month.
Yeah.
Was there anybody helping you at this time, or were you just like doing this on your own?
So nobody was helping me at the time. I was just doing everything on my own. Like I said, I just kind of threw up a course. I was looking up on how to write a sales page. I hired some people, like some freelancers, to help me with the sales page a little bit, just to tweak it and make it even better. But the thing is, a lot of these freelancers didn't understand the fitness industry, so they were writing like super generic stuff, like just crazy stuff that I ended up going and changing on the sales page anyway, so it was a waste of money. There was like saying generic stuff that really didn't pertain to my audience, because they didn't understand my audience.
Okay. What was your knowledge as far as like the business side of what goes into like monetizing a YouTube channel, or just influence in general?
So basically, I knew that as a creator, as an influencer, there are tons of different ways you can monetize it. The first one being like sponsored or affiliate stuff. However, I wanted to come out with my own stuff, and that's why I came out with the course, first of all, because I knew that was like a main thing that people or influencers do who can do fitness and stuff like that. So that was pretty much my main revenue stream, the main thing that I did, and I was pretty content with it. Like I was making, like I said, $13,000 a month, and I was like, okay, this is cool. But the truth is, I didn't realize how much I guess I was leaving on the table, and how much more I actually could be making, and I guess that's where you came in.
All right. So how did we actually meet? Because I feel like that's going to help a lot of people, because you, like me and you have had this conversation before, where like things would have been massively different if you didn't end up interacting with me when I approached you.
Exactly, like we were just talking about the story. So, my course was doing $13,000 a month, which is good for me. And then I get an email from him. He was like, hey, I see you got this course going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm this, I do that. I'm really good with marketing. And the truth is, you're leaving a lot of money on the table with just throwing up your course up there. Like the truth is, you can turn that course and make thousands upon thousands of more dollars than what you already are making. And at first, I honestly was skeptical about it because I was like, I'm already doing really well with it. I've hired freelancers, marketing people. I'm doing a bit of email marketing now. Like, how else could I make even more? And I really didn't understand that. So, to be honest, I ignored his email for like a few days or a week even. And then I was reading through my email and I came back to it and I read it and I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark and give Miguel a chance here and see what happens. I want to learn more about it. So I emailed him back, and then we started working together. We started thinking of a plan on how we can make more money with my platform I already have now and my audience. And from there, like I said, we devised a plan, and now it's doing like 5-6 times better than what it was doing. So that's awesome.
So you would say it had a lot to do with just like structuring it and just like having that extra assistance that, there to be able to like push what you were doing just even further.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. One thing I learned while doing this is that you can't do everything by yourself. Like me, I try to do everything by myself. I was like, I'm gonna throw up the course because sometimes I feel like if I have help with it, like I might not need that help. The truth is, if you want to grow your business, if you want to make times 2, times 3, times 4, you're going to need an extra bit of help. That's where Miguel came in and helped me, which ended up making me thousands upon thousands of more dollars than what I already was making.
So let them know how much did we make in when did we launch the program? When did we consider the launch over, and how much did we make within those 31 days?
So we decided to launch the program December 1st, and then from December 1st to all the way to December 31st, or January 1st, I guess, ended up making $60,000 on the launch month, which was totally insane. Like, I'd never seen that amount of money before, and like I said, I was skeptical because $13,000, that's already a lot to me, but I didn't realize how much, like you said, I was leaving on the table. And through working with him, I definitely figured out how much I was leaving on the table, and I'm thankful I did reply to that email.
Yeah.
So.
And how many followers do you have on YouTube?
Right now, I have a little over 270,000.
Damn, you made it to 200. This YouTube grows so fast. Basically, like what we did, like we made a sales page. We like created an entire marketing plan. We started doing email marketing. What was your? Do you remember the size of your email list when we first met?
I think it was like 7,000 or 8,000. One of those.
Yeah, it was at 7,000. You know what it's at right now?
No, I don't see
No, he doesn't even check it anymore. Right now it's at 13,800 and something.
That's awesome.
And
yeah.
that's after deleting all the people who haven't responded in the last 6 months. So I've deleted like a good 2,000 people out of there.
Cool.
And it's at 13,000 right now.
And it grew that much just in a few months. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, just a couple of months. So what I personally have noticed going on for a majority of people who have entered like what's called an influencer, who have become that, they focus a lot on what would be the front end instead of the back end. So front end being like what we're doing exactly right now, and what I was doing for you was a lot of stuff on the back end. So could you like explain a little bit of that for me, please?
Yeah. So like when I first started, I was just worried about the front end, like just payment, course here, done. That's it. All right. But when Miguel was introduced to me and we started working together, he started doing a lot of back end stuff. And when I say back end, I'm talking about email marketing, follow-ups, upsells, cross-sells, all that stuff that I really didn't know about, or that I knew about but just didn't know how to implement. And he had all the knowledge to do that. So after we started implementing all those marketing strategies and back end stuff, that's where it really grew from, like I said, 13,000 all the way up to 60,000 and above. So,
what would you say is the biggest factor in what made this launch a success compared to like what you were doing before? Because before you were still making money, but like what did we do that was so different that made this go from 13,000 in 1 month to 60,000 in 1 month? Because that's a pretty massive jump.
Yeah. Besides the back end stuff that I just mentioned, like the email marketing, the upsells, and all that stuff, some other stuff is what Miguel actually taught me to do. Like some stuff I can do on the front end to increase sales too. So this includes different things like implementing live streams. That's something you taught me, which is like really good to do. Basically creating content around the front end. I don't know how to say it.
Creating content on the front end that basically contributes to what we have going on the back end.
Exactly, yeah. Like
if we were to put that as simple as possible, it's basically like making sure that like everything leading up to the sale is as congruent as possible.
Yeah, it's like somebody's watching a video and then all of a sudden they're buying my stuff and they're like, how did I end up
Yeah,
here?
it seems like a seamless process, and like the customer's happy throughout the entire way.
Exactly, because you're providing value while also receiving value, aka money. So cool.
And we like money.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like them to know about, like basically what needs to go on in order for them to make sure that any product launch they have going on is successful, or that they're able to monetize their channels in a much more profitable way?
Yeah. So like I said, I'm just gonna revise all the stuff I just said. So live streaming was something really good that I've learned. Don't be afraid to promote once you actually launch something. Like you gotta go hard on it pretty much every day almost. Like don't be afraid.
Yeah. It helps to make what I noticed with you is it helps to mix it in with a lot more value giving, so it doesn't feel too salesy.
Exactly. All right, so, and lastly, another thing is, like I said, don't be afraid to receive help, and also focus on the back end. A lot of people, like the back end of whatever they're selling goes above their head, and they don't realize how much money they're leaving on the table. And once again, it doesn't hurt to get help. If I wouldn't have received help, I would be pretty much stuck in the same position and not growing to the point where I'm at now. Because remember, you're either growing a business or maintaining it. So you always want to grow it. At least that's what I want to do. So don't be afraid to receive help. And if you're wanting to get Miguel's help, I highly, highly recommend it because
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to reach out to Miguel, or if he reaches out to you, like seriously, it's gonna help out a lot. I'm not even joking. Like 5-star review from him. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, like, you wouldn't have known that you had $60,000 waiting for you.
Exactly.
Had you not answered an email.
Yeah. It's like the butterfly effect. Like if I wouldn't have replied, then I would still be, making however much I was making, which is still good, but let's compare 13 to 60. Which one would you rather have, right?
Hey, I mean, it sounds like a good place to leave it off there. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope you got as much value out of this as possible. All right? Peace.